Hi everyone, it's Kerchie. For this Polly Pocket showcase, I'm going to be showing the Wizard of Oz playset. Look how gorgeous this is. Oh my goodness. Now I don't know if this is an official Bluebird toy. The company that makes this is called Turner Entertainment, but the site that I reference, which is onlypollypocket.com, they do have a page dedicated to this. So I'm guessing that they're part of Bluebird, maybe Mattel. I don't know. Regardless, it's gorgeous, I love it, and it does follow the same template of Polyville. As you can see, this kind of looks like the magical move in Polyville. I love how gorgeous this already looks before even going right into it. You can immediately recognize this emerald building right here. Now let's go through all the things. Here is the beautiful Wizard of Oz playset. The first thing you'll notice is Emerald City because of this gigantic green building. This building is so iconic, it looks absolutely beautiful. This is also shaped very similarly to Magical Move in Polyville. Now, I actually haven't watched Wizard of Oz all the way through. I've seen it in bits and pieces as a kid, and just recently I did watch the entire movie, just so I have some knowledge as to who the characters are and what actually happened. But believe it or not, I fell asleep halfway through the movie, and since then I haven't had time to watch it, so I just went on YouTube and watched a very quick summary. So if I get anything wrong, such as the characters' names or the plot points, let me know in the comments. This set is absolutely filled with details, and so many components open up to reveal even more details. We already see a lot on the outside here, and we're gonna see more when I open it. On the bottom, we see lots of screws because there's a lot to this set. There's also a compartment here for the batteries because yes, it does light up very beautifully. And this is from 2001, so this one isn't even from the 90s. But it's still early 2000s. Early 2000s is pretty much 90s 2.0. First, we start in this area where Dorothy enters Oz for the very first time. This is her house that has been taken by the tornado, and we see the Wicked Witch of the East squished by her house, which happened accidentally, but everyone kind of praises Dorothy for it. Over here is Munchkin Land. We can see the tiny little houses. There's a lever here, and when I press it, the roof flies open. This is how the Wicked Witch of the West suddenly appears and scares everyone. Surprise! You'll see a seam here right over this pink building because this opens up and we see more of Munchkin Land. Over here we have a beautiful fountain. There's a giant decorative flower over here. In the stickers we can see the mayor and the Munchkins dancing and singing. And right inside this pink cottage we see this big red bubble. This is the bubble that Glinda travels in. There's a dial back here, and when we turn it, we can open and close Glinda's bubble. There's also little specks of glitter on the bubble, which is very pretty. Then we see the iconic yellow brick road, where Dorothy travels, meets her friends along the way, and they all arrive at Emerald City. I really love the texture of this road. It's an actual brick texture, just like the movie. There's also some flowers and grassy textures all around here. I love it. I think it's very true to the movie, and the movie itself was made in the 30s, but it looks surprisingly modern when I watched it recently. I don't know if they remastered it, but this set looks pretty similar to the movie. The logo here is just a sticker and it's peeling a little bit, but it still looks nice for how old it is. Then we get to the first area, which is this field where Dorothy meets Scarecrow. The spot here is for the Scarecrow character, which I'm going to introduce later. Then we travel to the woods where Dorothy meets the Tin Man. We see his axe and his oil can, and right back here in the corner is where Dorothy meets the lion. Taking a little detour, we get to the Wicked Witch of the West's castle. This also opens up. This looks so cool. There's a sign here that says Witch's Castle. We also see some scary things in the woods right behind it. And we go up this ramp all the way to the entrance. Her castle looks super cool, actually. I love how it's purple, and I love the bright teal colors. And it has tons of details all around. When we open it up, we see the inside of her evil lair. There's her magical crystal ball where she spies on Dorothy. She's got an hourglass, books, lots of other evil witchy things. Back there we see the circular window where she flies out of, and we also see her evil flying monkey henchman. This part right here is really cool because one of the most iconic scenes in the movie is when the witch starts melting. What happens here is when I push this down, we see the melted state of the witch. All we see are her clothes because she has completely disintegrated. Behind the castle is a trap door. I'm not sure what the purpose is of this, but I think this is where the witch kind of rolls out after she melts. Now we get to Emerald City. I mentioned in my last Polly Pocket repaint that green is my least favorite color. I'm very sorry for those who love green, but to explain myself further, I love emerald green. It's just a very rich color, and I used to work in fine jewelry sales, and one of my favorite gemstones is emerald. I absolutely love what they've done to this section. You can see some of the elements through the plastic. I also love the different heights of the architecture, and on the back it looks amazing as well. Let's walk through the gate and enter Emerald City. This is so amazing. Right away we see the wizard right here. He changes his expressions. This reminds me of those holographic rulers I used to have when I was a kid. This looks so cool. This lever here also moves his frame around. It just goes back and forth. We also see his throne right over here. And of course, the curtain where the real Wizard of Oz is hiding. Let's open this up, and there's the control panel where he's kind of faking his way through this whole wizard thing. It's really cool how they have the details of all the buttons, and on this side we see a closet, and it has all the rewards that we've been looking for. Courage for the lion, a heart for the Tin Man, and a diploma for the scarecrow. And over here we see a dining room, a kitchen, and another seating area. I don't remember this part of the movie actually. I think this is where the wizard gives the characters some fake items to help them fight the witch. I think this is super cool. I love all the details in this. And lastly, on this side, this is the movie's finale. The wizard gets into a hot air balloon and just flies off. This balloon is supposed to be removable, but it's pretty stuck on there and I don't want to break it, but we can stretch this out a little bit. There you go, so now it looks like it's really flying. Speaking of Wizard of Oz, has anyone seen that version with James Franco and Mila Kunis? There are so many other interpretations of the story. There's also The Wiz, which is pretty cool as well. But now it's time to turn on the lights and see how much more beautiful the set is with the lights on. To turn on the lights, you press on this little tree right here. When I press it once, Glinda's bubble lights up. And when I press it a second time, the witch's crystal ball lights up. And when I press it a third time, Glinda's bubble lights up, the crystal ball lights up, and these little pillars inside Emerald City also light up. This is absolutely magical. I love this so much. We can even see a little bit of light when the city is closed. This set comes with a whopping 10 characters. Look at all of these beautiful characters. They look just like they came right out of the movie. Best of all, they are in great condition. I didn't have to do any restoring whatsoever. First we have Dorothy. She looks very iconic with her outfit that we've all come to know and love over the years, and her magical red shoes which bring her home when she taps her heels 3 times. She also has a basket with Toto in it. I do have to point out how hilariously large her hands are. Dorothy is actually the only one with a hinge because she's special, she's the main character, so she gets that signature Polly hinge. Then we have Glinda the Good Witch with her beautiful dress. When I watched the movie recently, her dress was absolutely gorgeous. It was so sparkly. I really don't remember the visuals of the movie being that good when I watched it as a kid, but her dress was everything. Then we have the Wicked Witch of the West. She's got a black outfit, black hat, her broom, her signature witch nose, and green skin. I think she might have paved the way for how typical witches look. Of course, now we know that's not the case. Witches can look like anyone. Here is Scarecrow. He looks amazing. As I mentioned before, these characters are in pristine condition. I love all the details on him. Then we have the Tin Man, who looks amazing as well. Even though he's monochromatic, there's tons of details on him, just like in the movie. We can see his joints, the little divots on his chest, and his face. It looks just like a human face. Then we have the Lion, and he is ready to square up, just like he did in the movie when he was trying to be tough, but obviously he lacked courage. He finds his courage later on though and realizes it was within him all along. Again, very good detail. We can see the fur textures on him. Then we have the wizard, or the dude pretending to be the wizard. He's got his green outfit on with a bow tie and his green hat. And we have 3 little munchkins from the Lollipop Guild. Their faces look absolutely terrifying. I'm gonna have nightmares. That was absolutely magical. I love this. I love that I added it to my collection. I say that about every new thing I add to my collection, but it's true. I love all the details in here. I love that the characters look just like they came from the movie. Very similar to the Cinderella Enchanted Castle, where the characters actually look like they came from the Disney movie. Thank you for watching this Wizard of Oz showcase, and I'll see you next time.